this is Alex here to Make a Pause Dog Training. I want to firstly thank you for all of your support. If you're seeing this video, it is likely because your dog is e-collar trained, and this video is meant to give you additional instructions in case you forgot during the turnover or want to be prepared before your dog goes. So I want to introduce both of these. This is going to be your e-collar. The way I tell people is that this is going to be your new life moving forward. This is the way that you're going to primarily communicate with your dog. This is on, this is in your hand. So the way that it works is that this is going to be your remote. Your remote is going to give a stimulation based off wherever this number is at. The main button that you're going to be using is going to be the NIC button. There is a continuation button that gives a stimulation for up to 12 seconds. We don't really use it. I don't want you really worrying about it. This one button is the pager button. All it does is that it tests whether your e-collar receiver is on. If you press it and your e-collar vibrates, that means it's on. If you press it and it doesn't vibrate, that means your e-collar is off. You will not be using this for training. You will only be using the dial and the NIC button. A few key functions of this is that it has a half-mile range, it is waterproof, and it comes with a 1-year warranty. In the event that it gets destroyed, you are able to communicate to Dogtra directly and get a replacement simply by giving them the serial number. It has a 2-hour charge time. You remove this little button and you charge it overnight, and it takes about 2 hours in order for it. The battery life really depends completely up to you, and the remote is always on. The e-collar receiver is not always on. Sometimes you'll need to manually turn it on. In order for you to do that, you're going to click the red magnetic dot with the red magnetic dot that's on here. If you tap it, if it lights up red, that means it's off. If you tap it again and it lights up green, that means it's on. In order for you to test it, you're gonna press the pager button. In this case, it did not vibrate, so I'm gonna tap it again. I see that it lit up green. I'm gonna press it and it vibrated. So that I know it's on. The way that your dog is going to wear this is going to be on the toughest part of the neck underneath the ear. You're gonna place it nice and firm so that the contact points are not rubbing up against the skin, and when they attempt to move it, it moves with the skin rather than moving through the skin. Allowing it to move through the skin is going to cause irritation down the line, so we wanna make sure to try to avoid that as much as possible. So when we place it, we're only gonna leave it on for 3 hours at a time. If you need more time than that, you're gonna switch it over to the other side. Nice and tight, you're able to fit 2 fingers in between, but it moves with the skin rather than against the skin. These contact points have been adjusted for you. They're hypoallergenic. They're made so that your dog does not have that many allergies to it or any reactions to it, but you want to make sure you clean this at least once a week with some Clorox wipe. Now, if this is on your dog, this remote is going to be on your hand. If your dog is not going to be supervised, you want to make sure that this is not on. We don't want to cause any friction on the skin, have your dog lay on it for too long, or possibly have it get snagged on a kennel, or far worse. Key functions about this is that it is waterproof. In the event that your dog is wet, the stimulation is going to be feeling more intense. So we want to make sure that your dog is nice and dry before putting it on. Going back to the remote, just be mindful that it all depends on your dog on what level of stimulation you're going to be giving. The higher the distraction, the higher the stimulation you're going to go. Try not to focus too much on the number. What really you want to focus on is your dog's reaction. Are they feeling it enough to follow through on cues? Are they feeling it too much where it's overly stressful? Finding the right number is going to depend up to you and your dog and the distraction level. So try not to focus too much on that number. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call. Don't hesitate to text me at any time. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope to see you.